Okay, welcome to our today's webinar on reinforcement learning. I am delighted to see such a diverse audience. I cite you Tamana Kazimi of KQ, my colleague and friend. You're welcome. Yeah, there's Patience Lexi there, the tycoon and a Kenyan entrepreneur. You're welcome, Ma. Mr. Wikipedia of Nigeria, an excellent compare, a wonderful moderator of results. Thank you, Ma, for joining us. And our super excellent, well, I don't have words for him, Mr. Ali Mohammed. You're welcome, sir. And I also see students, my fellow undergraduates of the University of Uyo. You're welcome. So there's more to expect as we journey today towards the intersection of innovation and opportunity. And reinforcement learning, as we know, are the driving forces behind transformative changes as we see across industries. I call this a webinar for all. And understanding the strategies will give you a competitive edge in crafting innovative campaigns and driving business growth. And our speaker and educationist Ali Mohammed will take us on the street. So let's say no more as we begin. Sir Ali Mohammed, the stage is yours. Thank you, sir. You may now proceed.
Good morning, all. My name is Ali Mohammed, and I'm honored to be given the opportunity to give a presentation on the application of mathematics and statistics at the University of Oyo in Nigeria through the platform of the National Universities Marketing Students Association of Nigeria, or NAMSA. I want to thank my moderator. I want to also express my appreciation for the opportunity given by the University of Oyo, all stakeholders. I want to thank all the participants, be it from Nigeria, be it from Trinidad and Tobago, as well as the international community. So I hold a Bachelor's of Science in Actuarial Science from the University of the West Indies and an MSc in Statistics from the University of Nottingham. And I'm currently pursuing an MBA at the University of Bedfordshire. My intent is to highlight the importance as well as the application of mathematics and statistics in the field of marketing in terms of a Nigerian context. Mohammed's Elite Math Tutoring is an educational and tutoring mathematics and statistical platform. This is based in Trinidad and Tobago and was founded by Ali Mohammed, which is myself. I have published textbooks which cover the mathematical and statistical content for the Caribbean-based secondary school regional examination council, which is the CXC. Mathematics and statistics play an important role in many industries, and marketing is no different. My presentation will highlight the following. Firstly, the importance of mathematics and statistics in marketing. Secondly, an overview of Akwa Ibom State. Thirdly, the application of mathematics and statistics in marketing. Fourthly, adapting to disruptive technology. Fifthly, career opportunities in data-driven marketing. And then the strategies for adapting to a data-driven environment. After this, I will do a summary of the presentation, and then I will leave the floor open for any questions and further discussion. The importance of mathematics and statistics in marketing. Mathematics and statistics form the backbone of many modern marketing strategies, particularly in the context of decision-making. The theory in mathematics and statistics form the framework for modern consumer behavior, things such as market strategy optimization, as well as market trend analysis. So for members of Nigeria, as well as the international community, let's give an overview of Akwa Ibom State. I will give an overview based on the demographics, the economy, and consumer preferences. This can assist with persons getting an overview of the state, as well as ensuring that marketing strategies are well adapted based on these factors, as well as other factors. Firstly, in terms of the demographics, Akwa Ibom State is located in the coastal southern part of Nigeria and has a diverse population of approximately 5 million persons as of 2022. It has a predominantly urban population with a large concentration of persons in the state capital of Uyo. The economy is diverse and has a mixed economy, which involves agriculture, natural resources, tourism, as well as the oil and gas industry. In terms of consumer preferences, it's influenced by cultures, lifestyles, income levels, and demand for modern consumer goods. A question becomes, how do marketers or persons in the marketing industry adapt to disruptive technology? Over the last decade, there has been numerous developments in mathematics, statistics, and data-driven techniques, and these have been implemented in the marketing sector. For instance, in terms of disruptive technologies in the marketing landscape, this includes things such as AI, big data, and digital marketing. It's important to ensure that we adapt to technological advancements. So that would be to ensure that companies remain relevant in the rapidly evolving sector. And strategies which leverage technology and marketing efforts, that's very important because we want to ensure that we are more acquainted with AI, big data, and digital marketing techniques so that we can market as best as possible. Next, we shall discuss the career opportunities in data-driven marketing. So 5 large companies in Nigeria which use data marketing strategies include MTN Nigeria, Nigerian Breweries, Zenith Bank, Access Bank, Total Nigeria, as well as Stanbic IBTC Holdings. And 5 of the data-driven marketing strategies include, firstly, market segmentation, secondly, predictive analytics, thirdly, customer lifetime value, which perhaps many persons may not be as familiar with, and I will discuss it later on. Next, price optimization, and lastly, marketing mix modeling. In terms of market segmentation, this is where mathematical models and statistical techniques are used to target markets based on demographic information and other predetermined factors. This allows companies to determine consumer preferences. Next, in terms of the predictive analytics, this is where companies use their historical data and statistical techniques to predict future market trends of things such as customer demand as to ensure that marketing strategies are adjusted accordingly. If no historical data exists, they may use historical data based on other similar companies in order to perform predictive analytics. Customer lifetime value, or CLV, this is where mathematical and statistical techniques are used to ensure that customers are retained and ensures that the value of these existing customers are retained as opposed to acquiring new ones. And then subsequently, we can use statistical methods to estimate future revenue from customers. Next, in terms of price optimization, we can use mathematical and statistical methods to determine the optimal pricing strategies and the ability and desire for customers to pay for products. And lastly, in terms of marketing mix modeling, this is where companies can determine the effectiveness of the advertising platforms, promotion, and distribution channels. This will ensure that we get, or companies get, the maximum reach to its customers. So what strategies can we use to adapt to a data-driven environment? In the rapidly evolving data marketing sector, students must grasp both a theoretical and practical understanding of how mathematics and statistics can be applied, and students can leverage these marketing and statistical skills to maximize their opportunities in the field. This is also true for employees within the sector as well. And what are some certifications and continuous learning options that exist for such persons? Well, firstly, let's look at the Google Analytics Individual Qualification, or GAIQ. This is a free certification offered by Google, and it uses Google Analytics to narrow in on aspects such as user behavior, insights for market design, as well as the general traffic on company websites and so forth. So this is a good qualification for persons who, of course, are limited by finances, and want a sort of certification or sort of a starting point. So other qualifications or other certifications include, firstly, the SAS, Certified Specialist, that's using SAS 9. This is a certification in advanced analytics, including data mining, statistical analysis, as well as predictive modeling. Next, the Certified Marketing Analyst, or CME. So Market Motive has developed a certification which gives an understanding of market analytics, predictive modeling, and data visualization. Next, as well, you have the Marketing Analytics Certificate Program, which is offered by the American Marketing Association, or AME, that focuses on ensuring that candidates develop a proficiency in marketing analytics, statistical analysis, customer segmentation, and predictive modeling. And generally, students can also take full advantage of the marketing and mathematical and statistical courses offered within the institution, especially at the University of Uyo or at your local university in Nigeria or otherwise. So to wrap up, the following areas were discussed in the presentation. Firstly, we gave an overview of Mohammed's elite math tutoring. Next, we gave an importance of mathematics and statistics. And thirdly, we gave an outline of the application of mathematics and statistics in marketing. So students can feel free to ask any questions. Feel free to give any comments as well. Okay, so I'm seeing some comments from colleagues. I'm seeing Tamana Kazimi. Ali Mohammed, I wish to express my gratitude for your insightful presentation. I genuinely learned a great deal about the application of statistics and mathematics and marketing. Thank you for sharing your expertise. Okay, thank you, Tamana. Um, I'm making sure I'm trying my best to pronounce these names correctly. Uh, Unyime Ekpida. Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge. This is an important reminder of the news to gain knowledge and proficiency in analytics, maths, and stats. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, thank you, Unyime. Let's see. I'm seeing Alex. Uh, Noah, Noah Chuku. So I'm seeing amazing presentation. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, so Unyeme is telling me that my accent is almost Nigerian. So thank you. And so I'm happy that you were able to understand the variation in accent, perhaps. Okay, so I'm getting a question. So firstly, I'm seeing in a developing country like Nigeria, which is heavily dependent on the oil sector, how can graduates of the marketing field um, play crucial roles in contributing to the growth and sustainability of the sector? Okay, that's a good question. So yes, earlier in my presentation, I spoke about the economy, which is reliant on the oil and gas industry. In terms of Nigeria, there's the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, or NNPC, which is a state oil corporation, which is responsible for the exploration, production, and marketing of things such as petroleum products in Nigeria. So since the government has a majority of the stake in the NNPC, I can narrow in on some of the marketing strategies which can be considered, which uses a data-driven mathematical as well as statistical approaches. In terms of the market research and analysis, we can use mathematical, statistical, and data-driven techniques to analyze things such as demand trends, market dynamics, and so forth in the oil sector. This would involve things such as gathering data, conducting surveys, analyzing market conditions, and this will allow us to identify different challenges as well as opportunities which exist in the sector. Next aspect would be brand management and strategic planning. So that would be to ensure that the image and reputation of the company is sound. So there's a desire for the world to go into ESG much more and less into the oil and gas sector. So as Nigeria progresses to a more ESG centered framework, it's important for such companies in the meantime to maintain a positive branding so as to not discourage divestment from Nigeria. Next aspect that can be considered would be things such as the product development as well as innovation. So this would be ensuring that marketing graduates, they collaborate with engineers, scientists, and they ensure that how they do the process and their solutions for the extraction, refining, and the distribution processes, they coincide well with the market trends and consumer needs. Okay, so let's also think about it let's narrow in even further. So even aspects such as supply chain. So let's look at the supply chain management. That will be to ensure that the logistics, the distribution and procurement processes as well as the managing and engagement with suppliers, distributors, and stakeholders are done using data-driven techniques, using statistics, using mathematics to optimize supply chain and minimize costs. Okay, and next thing could be how does this company apply its digital marketing and communication? So aspects such as the social media marketing, content creation, your search engine optimization or SEO. And those are important consideration because they use and they leverage digital marketing techniques. And as mentioned before, we spoke about the desire for Nigeria and other countries to have a more ESG centered approach in terms of its energy consumption and so forth. Another aspect would be its corporate social responsibility or CSR. So that would be to ensure that environmental concerns and community development are met whilst ensuring that the reputation of the company remains sound. Then we want to ensure that stakeholders are well communicated with. We want to ensure that if risks occur or manifest and become crises, that communication is done effectively and ensures that it minimizes any negative perception of the company. So this can be through things such as its public relations and contingency plans. These must be well communicated, and using data-driven strategies, the timing of these things, the different strategies can be best used by analyzing the data involved. Lastly, I would think something along the lines of the policy approach and government relations. So this would be to ensure that policymakers and regulatory bodies are well acquainted with. It's to ensure that your data-driven strategies, your techniques do conform or have a result which conforms to what is required from these regulatory bodies or government agencies and so forth. Okay, the next question is, for students pursuing a degree in business management. Okay, so you're speaking about yourself and aiming for roles in supply chain management at large corporations such as Unilever. Certifications can greatly enhance their qualifications and marketability. So you're asking for, oh, how effective are these? Okay. Yes, and as my uncle is saying, yeah, the question is knee smacking. Yes, it's a really wholesome question, definitely. And you're saying to, okay, so you said to go to the slide. Okay, so you mentioned the certifications and you're asking me to go on the slide and explain. Okay, no problem. So in terms of the GAIQ, this shows this shows different or it has the syllabus has different techniques in data analysis, marketing and decision making, and they can use it to well, students or candidates can use it to understand web analytics and how to optimize online presence and all of these things, which is relevant for aspects such as the supply chain. Our next certification was the SES Certified Specialist. So SES, and I mentioned SES 9. but SAS is used in data analytics, statistical analysis, and predictive modeling. So that's important in supply chain, especially when we look at things such as the data manipulation analysis, when looking at forecasting demand and the efficiency of the supply chain, as well as when we want to optimize our inventory. The next one is the certified marketing analyst. Okay. So we can use this certification to understand or develop our learning in marketing research, consumer behavior analysis, and campaign performance. So that's especially when we want to really narrow in and pinpoint our marketing segmentation techniques or forecasting, especially in our supply chain management. And then we can look at the marketing analytics certification program. So to me, this one, I would say is really good when we want to get an in-depth understanding of the data interpretation and predictive modeling, things such as performance measurement. And that's really important in supply chain operations. But if you're looking into, let's say you focus in on supply chain management and you want to use, let's say, mathematical and statistical techniques and really improve your standing in the sector, you should consider the APEX or APEX Certified Supply Chain Professional, and that focuses on supply chain management, covering topics such as logistics, operations, procurement, and supply chain, as well as your things such as Six Sigma certifications, which really focuses on process improvements, methodologies, and you can use data-driven and mathematical techniques to improve your model. So I'm seeing those are the two questions. Given that these are the two questions, I think we will conclude there.
Remarkable. This is remarkable. Believe me, that was a beautiful one by our moderator, Salim Mohammed. And Mr. Email of Management, sir, your question was indeed wholesome. I love that. Now I will take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made it to this occasion. You've made these webinar possible, and I must say without mincing words that I am not ungrateful, because your enthusiasm and your engagement have been the driving force behind today's success. Thank you all, thank you so much. And I will not forget to mention the organizer, Dr. Ines Smart, the Head of Research and Development, Department of Marketing in the University of Uyo, Nigeria. Thank you, Ma, for your generous support and invaluable contributions in making this event a success. Please do ensure to carry forward the connections we've made today, the knowledge gained, the inspiration we felt. Thank you once again as we end this session. Okay, so this session ends in 5. All right, you say bye-bye, everyone. 4. We end in 3. Keep the reactions coming. We end in 2. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Unmute yourselves and say bye-bye. 1.